Hey guys, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the new Morphe foundation. So it's called the Filter Effect Soft Focus Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. I did get mine in the lightest shade, Filter Light 1, which is like the lightest neutral shade. If you guys haven't seen my reviews before, basically what I'm going to do in this video is give you guys a really quick overview of the foundation, everything it says like on the Ulta website. Obviously show you the application along with the concealer and powder I apply and primer. And then I'm also going to be wearing it for 8 hours because you guys know me. Honestly, the only thing that matters to me is how long makeup lasts throughout the day. It can look great when you apply it, but if it looks bad after an hour, like to me, there's no point of wearing it. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys in today's video. I do want to mention I did change my filming schedule. So normally I post every 3 days at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but with school and work and everything going on, that's kind of becoming a lot. So I decided I'm just going to be posting on Tuesdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm just going to jump into the overview of this foundation. Okay, so I have the foundation up on the Ulta website. Like I said, I got the lightest shade, Fairest with neutral undertones. So far it has 4 stars, 215 reviews. It does retail for $20, so it's a little bit more pricey. It's not super high end, but it's kind of in the middle. It says it's an oil-free skincare infused foundation that delivers a natural finish for healthy looking skin. Actually, wow, it claims that it has a long wearing formula. That kind of surprises me. It's supposed to blur and diffuse imperfections and hydrate and nourish the skin. By the way, my skin type is pretty combination. Like I can get oily depending on what I wear, but it is kind of wintertime, so I'm a little bit dry in some areas. It does say it has a medium to full buildable coverage, which we will see if it's buildable today. I personally don't usually wear foundation, and if I do, I prefer it to be more of like light to medium, which is why I use a sponge to blend it out. It also says it's sweat proof, transfer proof, waterproof performance that lasts 12 hours. That's interesting. When I wash it on my face, I'll let you guys know in the description box if it's waterproof or if it was like difficult to get off or whatever. But there is hyaluronic acid in it that's supposed to like boost moisture and vitamin E. So that's really nice. I mean, it has good ingredients in it. That's about all it says, but so basically medium to full coverage and hydration, I guess, is what we're looking for today. But I'm going to zoom in and we're going to apply the primer and just get started with putting this on my face. Okay, so here's my skin up close. As you can see, like I definitely have like some acne spots and stuff. It's not too bad, a little bit of redness. But basically what I'm going to do is put the primer on one side of my face. So I love using the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. I know this is like super popular back in the day. I honestly never stopped using it and it's just so reliable. Like I know how it works with foundations and stuff. So that's why I like using it for reviews. But I'm going to apply the primer to the left side of my face. That way we can really see like primer side versus not primer side. And then I'm also going to show you the foundation in natural lighting, which I'm also very curious about that because that's really important. Okay, I actually haven't even taken the foundation out of the packaging yet. So, oh yeah, and it also comes with 0.94 fluid ounces, which isn't, I mean, most foundations come with 1 ounce, so I don't know why it's 0.94, but I mean, it's whatever, I guess. But the packaging is like very sleek. Like it has that kind of like cloudy, you know, look. And it does feel like glass, like it's pretty heavy, like it feels expensive. So I'm glad if the price, it is $20, that, you know, the packaging's actually nice. And the fact that it has a pump too kind of makes it worth that price for me. I mean, the packaging's definitely way better than most foundations from the drugstore. Wait, it's actually kind of nice. Do you see the top there? How it kind of indents, your finger fits right in? I don't know, little details like that are kind of nice, you know, with foundations and stuff. I'm gonna, oh wow, it comes off. We're going to start with 2 pumps. As you can see, that's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. So the formula actually feels kind of like whipped. It's definitely a little bit thick, like it's not runny at all, but I think I'm going to start, I don't know, like that seems like a lot, but I kind of just want to dot it a little bit around my face, maybe like that, and then one on the forehead. Okay, so that was probably about like 1 pump, maybe a little bit more of product. I still have some in the back of my hand. Also, I am going to be applying the foundation with a sponge. I just prefer the way it looks. It's more of a natural application. Brushes for me, just like, they're too like cakey and it just makes my makeup look streaky and stuff. So we're going to start on the side of my sponge. Ooh, okay. Okay, honestly, I kind of expected the amount of product I put on to kind of go a little bit further. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it didn't really spread out that much because it's like pretty thick, but I mean, that looks nice. The shade matches me, it looks like perfectly. Like, do you see? That seemed like a very thick amount that I applied, but it only really covers like a cheek. But it's definitely going to take me probably like 2 pumps or more to do my whole face. Let's see, we can really see the chin here because of all my acne spots. Because remember, this does say a medium to full coverage, but I will admit, like this, I am using a sponge, so I'm expecting more like a light to medium coverage. I feel like with a brush, you probably could get a medium coverage. So far, I'm getting the impression that it does feel like a hydrating foundation, especially, you know, when using the sponge. I don't really feel dry at all or anything, but as you can see, like, with a sponge and then this, like, coverage, you can definitely still see, like, some acne spots and redness. Okay, I mean, it's blending in really nicely, but it's definitely giving me more of, like, a sheer coverage with the sponge, which is totally fine. I mean, that's what I prefer personally, but if you prefer, like, a very full coverage foundation, I don't think this is going to be it, especially if you apply your makeup with a sponge. It does blend in like very quickly, like I don't have to like work with it too much. As you can see, like there's definitely like, some sheen. It's definitely not a matte finish or anything, but it's more just like satin kind of in the middle. It's not like super glowy. Okay, so that was probably like one pump on my face. I'm gonna take a little bit more, put some on my nose. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more on my chin. We can really see if this is buildable, and then maybe a little bit more like under my eyes. So that'll be a full 2 pumps that I put on. So we're gonna blend it in around my chin. It's a little bit buildable, but like you can definitely still see those spots, which once again, like that's what I prefer. Like I'm actually really loving the foundation so far because I like more of a natural finish. Do you guys see on my chin right there? The makeup's breaking up a little bit. I think I had like a little bit of a dry patch or something and it's really clinging to it. I don't know, I'm honestly not really seeing it add too much more coverage. It's a little bit buildable, but I don't know, you can definitely still see kind of everything going on. And then we'll do it on my nose. Okay, so here's about like 1.5 layers of this foundation. I mean, I built it up a little bit more. Honestly, I mean, I know that I used a sponge, but I feel like even if I used a brush, it still wouldn't have, like, it definitely wouldn't, I don't think, have full coverage. I'd say more like medium. It is breaking up my chin, which is strange. So if you have dry skin, I don't think this foundation's for you, even though it says it has the hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to be hydrating, because I'm not that dry of a person, but I don't know, it's looking a little bit weird on my skin. Other than that, like, it looks pretty. I think I like it more so because you can still like see some of my spots, so it looks like pretty natural. You can kind of see like the glow as I turn my face. And the shade for me is honestly perfect. So I'm enjoying it so far. I do like the natural look, but I don't think I'm going to add any more. I think I'm just going to keep it like this, a little bit more natural. I am going to show you what it looks like in natural lighting. Maybe you'll be able to see like the peeling a little bit going on. But I do want to show you the concealer I'm going to use. So I'm going to go with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. This concealer, I also kind of like know how it reacts and stuff. I don't think I'm going to put any on my chin because I'm curious to see like how the foundation does on top of that. So I'm just going to put some, I think, under my eyes today. And I think that's it because I really just want to see how the foundation wears in my creases and stuff, like around my nose. I don't want to put any concealer there. Actually, I guess I'll cover like that one acne spot. And then I think I have one right there I'll cover. I just think it's important to show you guys like, you know, where I put the concealer because during the wear test, you'll know like what's foundation and what's the concealer because I really, really like this concealer. And I'll put some on my lid. I'm just going to go off camera and blend this out and I'll be back. As I'm blending my concealer out, I'm just kind of thinking, like, I still don't really know my opinion. I mean, I like it for, like, a natural foundation and stuff, but I definitely need to go look at it in natural lighting to really form my final opinion. So I just did one really, really light layer of concealer because I do really want to focus on the foundation today, but I am going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is also a powder I swear by, and I am going to show you where I powder and stuff. So because my chin is dry, I don't want to powder too much, but I'm going to powder right in that crease. I'm going to tap it out first. And then there's no creases around my nose so far, so the foundation hasn't creased yet. That's nice. I'm going to put a lot of powder right there. I'm going to put a little bit powder kind of in my like T-zone area a little bit. And then I'm also just going to powder under my eyes and around like my nose area. So I'm going to powder that crease, then also kind of go around my nose. I think I'm going to go off camera and just wait 3 minutes and I'll be back and we're going to dust off the bake and also apply a tiny bit more powder. Okay, so I'm back. It's been a few minutes. So my normal powdering routine after I do the Laura Mercier bake, I go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless translucent powder in the shade 100. Oh my god, I said that in such a weird order. And then my Sigma brush that's broken, but we're working on it. I'm going to glue it. Basically what I do with this is just kind of lightly dust off the bake while also kind of adding a little bit more powder to some areas. And then I'm going to go around with the nose, top of the lip. This way it kind of like powders the rest of the foundation lightly, not too much. Get rid of that. Forehead. Do a little bit under my eyes. I'm not that dry of a person, and I don't know, I really thought this foundation was going to be like more hydrating. Maybe it's more hydrating for other people. Maybe I'm just having a dry skin day, like who knows, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not as moisturized as I'd want to be. Here I am really up close. I really want to show you my skin and everything. As you can see, like it's still light coverage. I mean, doesn't look bad on the skin or anything. I just feel like I'm not like wowed. I just wish I was a little bit more moisturized. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go off camera and apply my bronzer, blush, highlight, and everything. And I'm going to be back to tell you like how they all applied on top of the foundation. I don't think we're going to have an issue or anything. But and then after that, I'll show you the foundation in natural lighting. Okay, I'm back. I applied the rest of the makeup on my face. Everything went on really, really nice. I do like the way it's looking, but I'm just going to go and we're going to show you what it looks like in natural lighting because I kind of need to see that honestly to kind of form an opinion. Okay, so I'm currently directly in front of my big window and I'm gonna look in a mirror. Oh, wow. Okay, wait, okay, I do want to show you guys. You see on my chin how it's like peeling and stuff there? I mean, it doesn't look awful, but I don't really, that has never happened to me. So maybe it's just like a weird thing. I don't know. It's happening nowhere else that I can see. I can kind of honestly understand why they said like soft filter. It looks very like smooth and nice on the skin. That's why I said like, wow, I was kind of like surprised. There might be like a few more areas that are a little bit dry, like maybe like right there. And it actually, it looks very, very natural. I do feel like, oh my god, I'm a little bit dry on my nose. This is so weird. This foundation is supposed to be like hydrating and maybe it's just a me weird skin day or something. Maybe my skin's extra dry. Okay, I'm gonna try to really get in the window, but I really want you guys to see no creasing so far. It just looks like very nice in the skin. I'm hoping you guys can see. So I am going to wear this for 8 hours and see how it lasts throughout the day. So there you go. Oops, there's the timestamp. I'm going to be back in 8 hours and show you guys what the foundation looks like. Hey guys, I'm back. So it's actually about almost 10 p.m. and we're going to zoom in and look at the foundation. Okay, so I know I'm extremely close up, but I really want to show you guys the foundation as close as possible so you can see everything. Now I do want to start by talking about my chin. So remember my chin had tons of like dry patches earlier? Well, because like the oils kind of seeped through a little bit, they kind of like went away and it looks, I mean, you can't really tell it was ever dry in the first place. I didn't really crease around my chin, but as you can see, like all the acne spots are kind of showing through. They were already sort of showing through, but I feel like it looks like a lot of my makeup rubbed off my chin area. And you can definitely see there are some like oils, you know, peeking through. And I do have combination skin, but I was pretty like matte, I feel like this morning, and I definitely got a little bit glistening. It's not awful or anything though. And then around my nose, normally I get really, really bad creasing, but as you can see, the oils kind of mixed. And I would say it didn't really crease at all, so that's really good too. On my forehead, it honestly looks like literally perfect. And then, you know, some of my like bronzer and stuff, I feel like a lot kind of wore off around here. My highlight's still kind of there, but I don't know. I kind of feel like the foundation isn't even like really there anymore. I feel like it mostly just stayed like in my T-zone. I don't know. Okay, well, I want to give you like one full look at this foundation and then I'm going to zoom out and kind of do like a final thoughts. But here's what it looks after 8 hours. Okay, so first of all, there are definitely other reviews out there that use this foundation, where did I put it? Oh, with a brush. So if you guys are more brush people, you can definitely check out those other reviews. I'm sure those would be more helpful. But if you are a sponge person and really just like applying foundations with sponges, I don't really know how I feel about this one, honestly. It was supposed to be really hydrating and for some reason, all my dry patches came through and I honestly never really have an issue with dry patches. I only say I have combination skin because like literally once a month my skin gets dry type of thing. But this is supposed to be hydrating and I still feel like it wasn't really as hydrating as I would have liked it to be. It also claims everything about like transfer. I mean, I would say it's sort of transfer proof. Like at the beginning, it wasn't like getting anywhere on my clothes. It said it was like long lasting, like waterproof, like all of this stuff. And like, I just don't see that. I honestly have not watched any reviews on this foundation. I usually try not to so that my opinion is completely unbiased and my own. So honestly, this foundation did not wow me. If it's gonna claim like 12-hour wear, I feel like it should look a little bit better than this. And the coverage also claimed medium to full coverage. And I know I did use a sponge, but it wasn't really that buildable. And I don't know, I just feel like the Maybelline Fit Me foundation from the drugstore is, I'm like getting, my hair is so staticky, it's like getting everywhere, but the Maybelline Fit Me foundations are way better than this one. And those ones are like $8 and I swear by those and they last really well throughout the day too. But I really hope this review was helpful in some way. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I will be now posting on Tuesdays and Fridays. This video will be up on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So my next video will be on Friday. You guys are literally the best. So don't forget to leave suggestions down below of videos you want to see in the future. And yeah, I'll see you on Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.